Just two brothers, yeah, yeah. Come tune in, they got guests, they got others, yeah, yeah. President chat, they got talks like no others, yeah, yeah. Cause it's a family up in here, we love each other, yeah, yeah. Let's see what they say tonight, yeah. It's the Mizzle does show, yeah, the Mizzle does show, yeah. Mizzle does show, yeah, the Mizzle does show. It's the Mizzle does show, yeah, the Mizzle does show, yeah. Mizzle does show, yeah, the Mizzle does show.
Well, howdy. How are you? Welcome. Number 224. We're going to just call this a open forum of the Mizzle Dub Show because there's really not a lot going on in the sports world right now. MLB is at the All-Star break. We got NBA Summer League going on. Even though had some very good CFL games over this past weekend. And, of course, preparing for the Olympics. And the MLB draft had their draft today. Something that really happened, the ESPYs had their award before the All-Star game.
Really now?
Yeah, to which Venus and Serena both went ham on one Harrison Buchter, who was actually in the audience at the ESPYs, and Serena held back no punches and gave 0 Fs to give to one Harrison Buchter at the ESPYs.
Was it well deserved, though, is the question.
Well, I mean, cause who was acting trash? Please elaborate.
As EJ Wizzle just said, they was acting trash. We'll wait on the elaboration on that. My brother said, this is an open forum show, so speak your piece and speak your mind.
Which obviously he wore the proper attire for this open forum show, as he is wearing Mr. Wade Wilson.
He is my alter ego, as we can, besides many other egos that I have. He's just one of them. Oh, he said they were just acting. Copy that.
Oh, okay. Well, also, could we see the changing of the guard in men's tennis as Djokovic suffers another loss in the Wimbledon final to the same man that beat him a year ago, as the Spaniard. As I'm going to try to get his name right. And speaking of España, congratulations to them as they beat England 2-1 in the Euro final earlier today, and a very good game that just ended about an hour and a half ago between Argentina and 28 game or 26 game match streak comes to an end, as despite the fact that Messi was injured and did not play the rest of the game, the Argentinians found a way to get it done in extra time with the 1-0 win, as that is a third straight major soccer championship for the country of Argentina. They go back-to-back in the Copa, and of course this past year or last year they won the World Cup in Qatar. And that is the 16th time that Argentina has won the Copa. I think that is tied all time. As I'm trying to see who was the other country that they tied with, but 16 Copas, that's a lot of doggone Copas.
That's a lot of wins right there. That means that's dominance.
Yeah, it is.
It's dominance.
Big dominance. Now, who did they tie?
You know what? I am literally about to clown myself right now. As I'm sitting here looking with the new hairstyle I got, my forehead is just exposed a lot right now. It's like I got a 10-inch screen going right now.
I still got you beat with my shiny ass, big ass forehead.
Well, you completely bald. At least I can cut. At least I got hair up there to kind of like
that. You do without question.
Away a little bit, but it's pretty out there. It's exposed. Like even if I move this braid over here, look at that. That's exposed. That's a forehead right there. Jesus. Let me go ahead and back up a little bit so you guys ain't really seeing
that. All right. Answer it. Yes, I want to see who's won the most. Okay, good grief.
I guess let me pull my hair in front of my. There we go. Now you really can't see the dome. There we go. All right. Yeah.
Okay, so the first Copa America took place, in 1916.
What?
Yeah, that's the first time the first Copa America took place. in
Well, at
19.
least our grandparents were alive.
Well, Papa wasn't born yet. My grandmother, God rest her soul, she was 3 going on 4. um, Papa was born at the 4th Copa, which obviously to which you talked about Argentinian dominance. Just looking at the history, it's either Chile, Brazil, Argentina, Uruguay, normally, or in these finals, or being the runner-up. But
Well, it sounds about right.
But you certainly see Argentina's name all over the place when it comes to the Copa. So Argentina has tied, or has the most titles with 16. They just passed Uruguay, as Uruguay had 15 wins. And of course, Brazil in 3rd place with 9 Copa America. So there you see it. So certainly when it comes to the Copa America, Uruguay, Argentina, and Brazil normally make good runs in this. So there you have it. So Argentina back 3 years ago beat Brazil in the finals. Today they beat Colombia in the finals, and they'll do it again, I guess. In I don't know how they do it. I don't know if it's every 3 years, every 2 years, but I mean it certainly goes in.
Yeah, I can't keep up with Copa.
Yeah,
Copa is real difficult to keep up with.
Yeah. But we do know both are getting ready for 2026 when Canada, the United States, and Mexico combine to host the 2026 World Cup coming up in 2 years. And I know that Gene's Stadium in Santa Clara will be one of the hosting stadiums. We know that the final will take place inside MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. And yes, folks, it will be on real grass. But there was a scary situation that did. There was a scary situation that did take place. Actually, the game itself was delayed an hour and 22 minutes, as a plethora of fans that even didn't have tickets were trying to get in. And just one piece of video footage that I saw, you literally saw the brigade just break down as fans from both countries were trying to get into the stadium. So that's why the game took so long to get started, because the original
passion of the fans.
Well, I made a post and I said, and it literally is the God honest truth, when it comes to the game of football, or as we call it in America, soccer, or as Hakeem would say, I believe you call it soccer in the first coming to America. But I've said this many of the years, and I've said it again today. I said fans of these countries will literally, and I'm not saying this as a joke, I really do mean this. These countries will literally kill over this game of soccer.
100%.
I mean, there have been documentaries. 100%. There have been documentaries about players getting killed. I mean, just the runner-up. Just the runner-up today, Colombia. I mean, there was a documentary about the 94 Colombian team that lost to the United States, and I think one of the players got killed. There was a documentary about this.
Well, what did Saddam Hussein's son do to the soccer players? Because he was the head. Didn't he torture them when they lost? When they lost, I think Uday, is it Uday Hussein?
I don't know, but I know during I forgot which Olympics it was, but they were like a feel-good story during the soccer tournament because they made a nice long run, and it was a good story because I mean they were just getting off of Saddam Hussein's reign of terror as he was captured by U.S. military. So they had a good story. I don't know if they medaled or not, but I know it was one of those. I know it was one of those feel-good stories during. I want to say it was either the London Games of 2012 or maybe the. Where were they in 2008? I forgot. I know. Okay, so
that wasn't Barcelona.
No, Barcelona was 1982. Okay, so 96 they were in Atlanta. 2000 they were in Sydney, Australia.
Yes.
2004 they were in Athens, Greece.
That was in China.
2008 was China. Yes. Beijing. Yes.
Beijing.
Yes.
Yep.
And then of course 2012 London, 2016 Rio, 2021 Japan, and now this year in Paris, in Paris, France.
And I can't wait for that, man. I'm gonna be tuned in for this Olympics. I mean, I'm in tune in every Olympics, but just something about this would just seem like every event is going to be spectacular. I don't know.
Well,
it's like the country needs this right now for some reason.
Well, you know what? That is a very good point you just made because given what just happened,
oh Lord, are we going there?
No. I'm just gonna be real brief about it, and then we're gonna get off it because, like I said, okay. We can all agree to disagree. Okay. However, doesn't matter if you're part of the Jackass Party or the Elephant Party.
100%.
Doesn't matter. Okay. When going to a rally or whatever you want to call it, there really should not be assassination attempts. There shouldn't. Again, I have my thoughts and opinions on both of the candidates, but I'm not going to use this platform to talk about that because anybody that knows me knows I despise everything that there is about United States politics. I wish both sides would shut the hell up
and get their shit together. Let's be real. Both parties.
That too. However, we're not, but however,
no, I know what you said.
I think something like the Olympics, and given the fact that this is a very good chance, perhaps for the United States to get back on track, especially in track and field, especially with Shikari. I really can't believe it has been since Gail Devers back in '96 was the last time we had the fastest woman in the world. Now, technically speaking, it would have been Marion Jones, but we know what happened with that story. But if Shikari Richardson does what she is projected to do, she would be the first gold medalist for the U.S. since the great Gail Devers did it back in '96. So we're talking almost 30 years, because that was 28 years ago when this happened. Like I said, it would have been Marion, but we all know what happened with that story, which is quite sad because Marion did her thing in 2000 in Sydney. But like I said, we know the unfortunate, tragic story that is Marion Jones and what she put her teammates through with the track team during that phase. But however, that's here nor there. But something about the spirit and the sport of the Olympic Games, the Olympiads, it brings. You would hope that it would bring countries together.
Well, I'm like I said, I'm looking forward to it because with so much what's going on with what's been talked about with the politics, because we know what's coming up. It's election year, but the Olympics is coming in at a right time. It just seems like it's perfect. And like I said, I'm gonna sit here because there will be something played even when I get off work at 11:30 and I come home around and I make it home around like 11:50, 11:45 ish. So there will be something on that I can watch and chill before I go to bed. So I love the Olympics, man. It's a good way to take our mind away from the bullshit that's going on right now.
Yes.
So
hopefully get to see the reemergence of Simone Biles as she looks to add to her already legendary gymnastics career, because I know the games in Japan was very tough for her, and she did not. She was. You could definitely tell that Simone was not herself. Yeah, and just the way she has looked in these trials, to quote an old quote of mine, it looks like Simone has refound the gleam, if you will, as she looks to add to her Olympic gymnastic career in France. In these games, of course, the opening ceremony will take place literally in 12 days on Friday the 26th. Of course, you can catch the opening ceremonies on NBC, and of course, you can catch a lot of events on the networks of NBC. We're talking MSNBC. We're talking about Peacock. We're talking about USA. Of course,
everywhere.
NBC. Of course, NBC with the main stuff on primetime with Mike Tirico leading the way. Of course, taking the Bob Costas role that Bob did for so many years as the main anchor in primetime during these Olympic Games. Definitely looking forward to see if the USA can bring the goal once again, as they have an exhibition tomorrow in Abu Dhabi, nonetheless, as they have a game. I want to say it's against Croatia, which is a early start time, which would be 12 noon. That would be 9 here on the West Coast, if you will.
If that's televised, I'll definitely be watching for sure.
All the games are going to be either on Fox or Fox Sports 1, so yes, they definitely will be televised. As I'm trying to find it, where are you guys at? Come to me. Where are you at? Okay, I'll just go to the Instagram page of USA Basketball, because that's where I know where I can find it. All right, so no, not ISA, USA. Get your ish together. All right, they made the way to Abu Dhabi. Again, that will be tomorrow against. Just come on, scroll. There we go.
As little big brother makes his appearance on the show.
Indeed. So actually, it's not okay. So it's tomorrow against the Aussies, Australia, 12 noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific on Fox Sports 1, and then a friendly against Croatia, same time on Wednesday, 12 noon, 9 Pacific. That also on FS1. So tomorrow, for those that wake up bright and early, you can catch another showcase against the Aussies on Fox Sports 1. So there you have it. Before we continue, I also want to give out continuous shots, continuing, if I can get my words all right, continuous prayers and well wishes to Live at 2-5 and Miss Pia, as the news keeps getting better with their son.
That's awesome.
We're still sending our best wishes and prayers to you guys. So again, as I said on Pia's Facebook, God ain't through yet. Hello, Mr. Krell. Thank you for chiming in and saying hello. Welcome to the Mizzle and Dub Show, as we're doing an open forum show here, as sports kind of takes a break here in the middle of July with the All-Star break in Major League Baseball. But speaking of which, the Giants got a real nice win today, taking 2 of 3 from a very good Minnesota Twins team by a final score of 3-2 in the most unusual way to walk off a game. But first off, Blake Snell definitely was outstanding today in his 7 innings of work. Only gave up 1 hit. Unfortunately, did not get the win because I don't know what was up with. I don't know what was up with Camilo Duvall. The Giants were up 2-0, and then the Twins scored twice in the 9th to tie the game.
He's allowed one or two. This is the second time that he has done something like this, so he is human.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is human. Yes, he is. But it just sucked because, like I said, Blake Snell could have not pitched any better than what he did this afternoon.
It's good to see that. But it's good to see that he can.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But in the bottom of the 9th, Mike Yastrzemski, who had a very good game, went 3 for 3, 2 doubles, and the walk-off triple / ball gets thrown into the dugout, and you get a free base and get to walk on home, as the Giants do walk it off as they go into the All-Star break. 3 games.
And that piece of shit team in LA lost today too, right?
That is 10 losses in their last 15 games of that team in blue, as the Tigers, for a second straight day, walk off the Dodgers by a final score of 4-3, as the The Giants
keep taking those L's up the keister. Let's go.
Well, I mean, like I said, the Giants still coming into this not far off from the wild card spot. They are still 3 games back of the wild card as
Nice.
San Diego lost, the Diamondbacks lost, the Mets. Everybody that the Giants are trying to chase in the wild card spot took an L, with the exception of the Pirates. The Pirates have played some good baseball, but kudos to Paul Skeens, because just in his short time and what he's done, he will be the starter for the National League in Tuesday's All-Star game against the American League, as the All-Star game is back in Arlington, Texas for the first time since 1995. Obviously, it has a little bit of flavor for us because obviously Bruce Bochy will be managing the American League All-Stars.
I miss Boch, man. I miss Boch.
As, of course, the participants from the previous World Series get to manage the games. But the Giants are...
That could have been title number 4, bro. That could have been title number 4.
Well,
the old man just showed you that it don't matter what jersey I got on, I can lead a team to a World Series, and
that's taking 3 years off, folks. He took 3 years off. Did not manage in 2020. Did not manage in 2021. Did not manage in 2022. Came back in 2023. And here's the kicker about the Rangers.
His first year back, he wins a fucking title.
But here's the kicker. Here's the catch. Okay. Texas was in the lead in the AL West for most of the year last year.
Yes.
And had to win just 1 game in the final series against Seattle. They didn't.
Right.
And Dusty Baker's Astros stole the division.
Yes, they did.
From Texas. Okay, so Texas had to go play in a wild card game.
Yes.
They took care of business, swept that game. Then they had to go play the 101 win Orioles, who are a damn good team, and they're showing it again this year.
Yes,
swept them.
100%. Yeah.
Then we got the all Texas ALCS and a lot of old school baseball between Bochy and Dusty Baker.
Classic.
Which of you were?
Both managers took the Giants to a World Series. Just do know that. So.
And the Rangers got the best of them, and the Rangers eventually took the World Series by beating the Diamondbacks. So, Bochy Bochy always likes doing things the hard way, because that's just what he did with the Giants, because they did things the hard way. Same thing with the Rangers. So
yeah,
that was fun.
I mean, but bro, his first year taking over this team, 3 years removed from coaching, and all he does is win a World Series. That's, like I say, the Rangers have that World Series, but that's the Giants World Series, because he still should have been managing getting that 4th. Or hell, who knows how many he would have got if he stayed coaching the Giants.
Well, I mean, that goes without saying. But just looking at the Giants' trajectory, hopefully they're getting some back, because Robbie Ray is on the way back.
Yes, he
Alex
is.
Cobb is on the way back, and now you add those two to Snell, Harrison, and Webb, and then you could possibly have Birdsong, who pitched fantastic yesterday and got no love.
Yeah.
You could put Birdsong you could put Birdsong, and you can have Jordan Hicks be your long relievers.
Yeah.
And now that just stretches out the bullpen even more now, if they can get that way. And I think if Lamont Wade can stay healthy, because that's been the big issue, because we know what kind of at-bats he gives when he's in there. If he can stay consistent with it, and of course if Ramos can continue his trajectory, and if they can, I'll say this first week out the All-Star break for the Giants is huge, because first off, you're coming out of the All-Star break and you have a 3-game series against the Rockies, which you should win that series, if not
at least
sweep
get 2 out of 1. 2 out of 1 at least.
Yeah. Then you go to LA, and you take on that struggling team in Los Angeles for 4 games, starting that Monday.
Just kick them right in the fucking throat.
So you have a chance to really pick up some steam in your division because, like I said, the Dodgers have lost 10 out of their last 15 games.
Yes.
They have been struggling, and mainly it's because they really have no pitching. They really have no depth at starting pitching because most of their starting pitchers are on the IL.
Mm-hmm.
And again, yes, offense is good. Offense is nice. Offense can win you a lot of games most times, but you got to be able to pitch in some of these games. And and again, yes, I'm bashing because I can't stand them, but also I'm putting my analytical cap on. But I mean, there is so much pressure on them to where you have Dave Roberts himself just flat out coming and saying, if we don't win the World Series, I'm fired. And I know there are some Dodger fans that have been calling for Dave Roberts' job for a long time.
Bro, the money that they have spent.
Yes.
You would think literally alone with the money they spent that they should be, I hate to say this, the Patriots of baseball right now. They should be just dominating and they can only win when it's, I don't know how to say much.
Not even a half season.
When they play a full 162 and battle the playoffs and host the trophy, I'll respect that trophy. Not respect. Well, I don't think I respect that if they win it anyway. Just fuck that team, period, man.
I'll nonchalantly tip my cap, but at the end of the day, it's still.
Would you?
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
I would still say screw y'all.
Yeah,
I would say screw y'all, but I'll give you credit for the fact that you actually did it in a full season, and that's the only thing I'll say. You'll get a golf clap. You'll get a golf clap.
Maybe even that. It'll probably be something like this.
The 2-finger golf clap.
Yeah, not a 1-finger salute golf clap.
Well, the Stone Cold salute works too. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
But hey,
we don't like that team in blue.
No. We don't. There's a lot of passion when it comes to disliking that team that plays in blue. But nonetheless, glad you're with us on this open forum 224th edition of the
thank you.
Mizzle and Dub show, as we're just talking about anything that's going on in the wide world of sports. But
just shooting the shit.
But going back to the rest of the scores, as it was the final game before the All-Star break in Major League Baseball, just as mentioned, the Dodgers lose to the Tigers 4-3. Giants beat the Twins.
Yay.
Giants beat the Twins 3-2. Blue Jays were up 7-1. Diamondbacks came back to tie the game, but the Blue Jays got enough to get the win 8-7 over the Diamondbacks. And will the Blue Jays trade their core? Will Vlad Jr., Bo Bichette, and others get traded? Stay tuned with that. The Orioles come back to take 2 of 3 from the Yankees in a 6-5 win. As the Yankees took the lead in the ninth, and the Orioles said, "Hold my beer." As the Orioles maintain a game and a half or a half game lead over the Yankees in first place. Red Sox beat the Royals 5-4. Mets and the Rockies in in Queens. Rockies get the win 8-5. Rays beat the Guardians 2-0 in Tampa as the Orioles and the Guardians in a virtual tie for the best record in the American League, but because the Guardians have one less loss, they get the credit for it. Marlins beat the Reds 3-2. In the Battle of Texas, Rangers beat the Astros 4-2. Pirates beat the White Sox 9-4. Brewers beat the Nationals 9-3. Cubs beat the Cardinals 8-3. Angels beat the Mariners 3-2. And the Braves beat San Diego 6-3. And the Oakland Athletics laid out the whooping stick on the Philadelphia Phillies today in Philadelphia to the atonement of 8 home runs. Yeah, 18-3.
8 home runs.
8 dingers by the Oakland Athletics. Lawrence Butler had the hat trick. He had 3 of them in the 18-run.
Was one of them a grand slam at least?
Well, let's check the summary. Butler, okay, his first home run was a 2-run homer.
Mm-hmm.
His second home run was a 2-run homer. And his third home run was a 2-run homer. So a 3-homer, 6 RBI day for Lawrence Butler. Not bad, young man. Not bad at all.
Yeah,
It, it
celebrate
was
like a mug for sure.
it was Zach Geloff that eventually had the grand slam for the A's. That took place in the 9th. So Geloff had 1. We just talked about Lawrence Butler had 3. Seth Brown, after being recalled back from Las Vegas, he came back with 2. Brent Rooker had the other 1. And no, I'll say, okay, so Brent Rooker had 2. Lawrence Butler had 3. So there's 5. So Seth Brown had 2. That's 7. And Zach Geloff had the grand slam, 8. So
I knew there was a grand slam in there somewhere. I knew it. It had to be. So it was just straight batting practice all day today.
Yeah, but here's the kicker. So the A's scored 18 runs. They only had 15 hits. So they had 3 more runs than hits.
Wow. That's what those home runs would do, especially with runners on the base.
Yeah.
So pretty much every time there was a home run hit, it was somebody on base.
Mm-hmm. And only 3 of the starters on the A's did not get hits.
Wow.
Yeah. So there you have it. So
yeah, well, no soup for them in the locker room.
No soup.
Contribute.
No,
contribute nothing. Nothing.
You cannot eat from the spread. But nonetheless,
you can't sit here.
But nonetheless, it does not stop the Phillies from having the best record in baseball as they come to the All-Star break with a 62-34 record, best record in Major League Baseball. Obviously, Bryce Harper's on a pace to possibly win his 3rd MVP in his great career.
Really? I didn't even know he had 2. I thought it was just 1.
No, he has 2. But Phillies 8.5 games ahead of the Braves, 12.5 of the Mets, as the Mets are clinging for a wild card spot in the Central. Brewers hanging on to a 4.5 game lead over the Cardinals, 4.5 on the Cardinals, 6.5 on the Pirates. In the West, Dodgers, despite struggling, 7 games ahead of the Padres and the Diamondbacks, 9 ahead of the Giants. But like I said, fam, what's good? KB, how you doing, brother? And
Mr. Brooks said, "What's good, gentlemen?" And as Little Big Brother asks, what's our take on the NCAA football game coming out?
I'm just counting down. I'm
long overdue. Yeah, I think I
get counting down.
If I got any money left over after I pay bills and put something away for WrestleMania, if I got a little money left over, I'm gonna grab it. I'm definitely because it supports the players. The money with the proceeds right now goes to the players. So if that helps out them, then I'm all for that per se.
Yeah,
and as
NIL is real.
Just said, he can't wait. Yeah, we've all loved NCAA. I'll just tell you this: me and my brother created players, and we just killed the whole season. I was a quarterback, and he was a wide receiver. So as the comments come in, it's been too long. Agreed. As KB just said, long overdue. We all love NCAA. I mean, let's be real. Did we prefer NCAA over Madden?
A lot of us did.
I would say yes. Thank you, Dub. Thank you.
A lot of us did.
NCAA was the lick over. I had to make a decision like, did I want to put my money down on Madden or NCAA? And my money always went towards NCAA. See, as back in the comments, yes, and yes, sir. So everybody loved NCAA. It was just something. And also, if you did just so happen to get Madden as well, you could have took your created player from NCAA to Madden. So it was almost like, oh man, So, but yeah, NCAA is to answer your question, bro. I'm excited for that game. I will eventually get it. I don't know if it'll be day one bought, but some way, somehow, it will be in the repertoire of other video games that I play because, trying to put Florida State on the map.
There you have it. And speaking of Florida State, the Giants' first round pick came out of Florida State.
The last one that came out of Florida State?
The last time they drafted somebody in the first round of Florida State, turned out he was pretty good. And that man goes by the name of Gerald Dempsey Posey III. Wait.
Okay.
Okay. Now you're playing with my emotions. Don't do that. Don't do that, Dad. Don't do that, dadgummit.
Hey, the only way, this is the last time that this will be shown on this show. Talking about that franchise, whatever you want to call them, down in Florida.
I cannot wait when it's you and FSU week, and it is you, little big brother, Country K, and Chris, and if Brian happens to come along, Brian too, and just the five of y'all just going back and forth because it's the Seminoles and the Hurricanes. Damn it!
They don't want that. They don't want that smoke. They don't need that. They don't want those problems. Because at the end of the day, once it shows 0-0, they go have their heads down and try to find some kind of excuse like, "Oh, we didn't have this, that, and the third." Well, okay, you still showed up to play a football game and you lost. Okay, all right. Now, what you guys don't understand is, as our brother is watching this show right now, when it comes to Florida State and Miami week, when that game is played, we don't talk to each other. We the only communication we have throughout that day is a look, a nod. We watch the game. We don't talk. And after the game.
And he just confirmed it with his comment. And he just confirmed it with his comment. He just confirmed it.
See, you know what I'm saying? Fuck your team too, nigga. Who the hell do you think this is?
All right. James Tibbs III is the Giants' first round draft pick out of
Florida State.
And the young man can absolutely rank. I mean, I go back to his super regionals that put Florida State in the College World Series. That sent them all. Man hit 3 home runs. Man has a very nice, smooth swing as a left-handed hitter. And like I said, the last time the Giants went Florida State in the first round, turned out pretty good as he helped bring in.
I mean, he did he also win an MVP?
Won an MVP, won a batting title, won comeback player of the year, and by the way, helped win 3 World Series rings. And by the way, possibly might be getting his first plaque in Cooperstown. Actually, you know what? He's on the ballot next year.
If you don't get it, then it's a damn shame.
No. Okay, no. Next year he's on the ballot. Next year will be the 5th year. No.
If you don't get it, it's a damn shame.
Sorry. 2026 he'll be the first year on the ballot.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
And he should be getting that. He should be getting it.
Well, again, like I said, if Joe Mauer can get it on the first ballot, and again, this is no disrespect to Joe Mauer. Joe Mauer was a fantastic player for the Twins. But if Mauer can get in with his stats,
yes.
Posey accomplished a lot more than Joe Mauer, so Posey should be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Easy.
I'm not saying, but I'm just saying.
Hey, you can call us homers all the hell you want to with that statement. Posey should be first ballot.
Heck, I'm still mad it took Fred McGriff this damn long to finally get his just due. Because Fred McGriff can swing the bat.
And how long has Crime Dog been playing? Hell, the Crime Dog was around. We were in elementary
high school. Yes.
Yeah. You're right. So give that man his justice. Posey should be number 1, and I rest my case on that one for sure.
I'm still trying to understand why Don Mattingly is not in the Hall of Fame. That
Shut your mouth.
No, he's not.
Shut your mouth.
He's not. That still boggles my mind. Even though he played for that damn team in blue, I'm still trying to understand why Steve Garvey's not in the Hall of Fame. And Steve Garvey has a tremendous.
That's a travesty.
I'm still trying to figure out not retired as number 6. That's a travesty. And I can't stand them. But I respect history and I respect good players. And Steve Garvey for a long time was a damn good baseball player. And I don't know how he's not in Cooperstown.
Well, bro, since we on the reason why somebody not shouldn't be there, and you said a team that we don't despise, I'm gonna just throw I'm gonna go to a different sport and a different player, and you're definitely gonna feel this when I say it. How is Roger Craig not in the Hall of Fame?
Before we get to high knees, I'm just gonna go through Donnie Baseball's accomplishment. He's a former MVP.
Yes, he is.
He's a former 9-time Gold Glove winner. He's a former batting champion. He's a former 6-time All-Star, and he's a former he's a 3-time Silver Slugger winner.
All-Stars don't matter, but everything else you're spotting.
Silver Slugger, MVP, Gold Gloves, batting title.
Yes.
And he's a 307 and he's a 307 lifetime hitter. How was Don Mattingly not in the Hall of Fame? How? During the 80s, the only other first baseman in Major League Baseball that perhaps rivaled him was Fred McGriff. Fred McGriff was playing in Toronto. And he really wasn't well known because he was playing in Toronto.
Heck, but we knew who the Crime Dog was.
Heck, he wasn't even well known when he was playing in San Diego. People did not know who Fred McGriff was until the Braves traded for him in '93.
And then that's when he was getting that exposure. And he was killing it when he got that. But he was already killing it before he got there.
Yeah.
As you just said. We knew who the Crime Dog was.
Yes.
He got the nickname Crime Dog before he got to the Braves.
Yes.
we knew that.
Okay. Now switching over to high knees. Now again.
How?
I'm not, even if I was not a 49er faithful, I saw Roger Craig, which Mizzle is not. Mizzle's not. He can do a show. He can do a show alone about how much he can't stand my team's fan base.
But
which I understand it. But again, doesn't matter who you play for. If you're a good football player, you're a good football player. Does not matter what jersey you wear.
What jersey you wear. If you get my attention, and I'm like, oh shit, you out there playing good football? I may hate your team that you play for, but I'm gonna talk about what you're doing out there.
Yeah,
that's all day, every day.
Yeah,
bro. What? And if you're new to the show, as we're about to sit here and talk about a player that's for the Niners, I always said when number 85 played for the Niners, not George Kittle, Vernon Davis. When Vernon Davis was a Niner, bro, why are they not finding Vernon Davis? Did you see that route he just ran? Did you just see that he was, as my brother would say, the gleam was open, the seam was open?
The seam was open. The seam route's always open.
If you want to win, just throw it to 85. And Vernon Davis was a spectacular player. I say the same thing about you got a player on there. You got a player right now on your squad that I'm like, okay, that kid's gonna be good. The kid from Michigan.
Oh yeah, Ronnie Bell.
That kid's gonna be good. As another fellow Raider fan comes in and says, Vernon Davis was a beast. As KB, as you see, he has a Raider shirt on his logo. But you give credit where credit is due. I don't care what franchise, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't like the Dodgers at all. But Orel Hershiser was a beast.
Bulldog.
The Bulldog, forget about it. Okay? He was a Dodger, respected it.
I love Raul Mondesi. Hated the fact that Raul Mondesi was a Dodger. But damn it, that cannon of an arm he had in right field, you did not run on Raul Mondesi. And he could hit.
Yes, indeed. Now, see, I understand Frank Gore, but we all know what college he went to. So you're gonna say that name.
2 bad knees. Only finished his career as the 3rd all-time rusher in NFL history on 2 torn ACLs.
Shouldn't he be up for the Hall?
Okay.
It got to be. If it's not this year, it should be not. It should be next year. Within
I
2
know.
years.
Well,
he should
I
be
know.
Up, he should be up within 2 years.
I know for the NFL, it's 5 years after he retired. That I know for a fact. I don't know how many is.
Is it 3?
I want to say. I want to say 3. I want to say 3.
3, no more than 4. So he should be up in a couple of years. Gore should be up for a couple. If he doesn't get it the first year, he damn sure should get it the second year.
Well,
and wait,
while we're at it, while we're at today,
go ahead, brother.
While we're at it, condolences to the Baltimore Ravens. As we found out today, early this morning, that Super Bowl champion, and this hurts me to say because there was holding on that return for a touchdown, but nonetheless, Jacoby Jones passed away in his sleep early this morning at the age of 40 at his home. Certainly our prayers are with him. Like I said, man was a force in the Baltimore Ravens run to Super Bowl 47.
He was amazing.
Oh,
Special
absolutely.
Team was spectacular.
That
was his bread and butter. But he can also run fucking routes very well and caught the ball very well. So
yes.
It sucks to hear that,
Yeah.
And I love that piece that you sent me that Fox did. The just everybody that either that knew him, that sucked, man. 40 years old, but
yeah.
He didn't struggle.
Yeah, he left the way
struggle.
he left the way we would all want to leave.
Right in our sleep.
Not suffering.
And like I've been saying, excuse me, God has been calling home his children the past few weeks. It's been the celebs has been getting hit hard.
Yeah, we just lost Richard Simmons, Shannon Doherty just early this morning.
Simmons,
of course, known as Brenda Walsh on 90210 and Charmed. Yeah. We just lost also Dr. Ruth, but she lived a tremendous life at the age of 96.
Yeah.
There was somebody else that I can't.
It's been a few.
It's right there. I just can't even.
Who's the guy from Alf? From Alf.
Yes,
that passed as well.
Brian Benji Gregory just passed away. And that's sad because him and his dog were both found dead in his car. That when I read yes.
No.
Yeah, he was he actually lived in Arizona, and they found him and his dog both passed away.
Wow.
He actually was in the military after he retired from acting. He actually served in the military. So, but yeah, just tragic stuff. And certainly,
that's something when you and your man's best friends go with you. Yeah. That's oh my goodness, man. It's been a rough few weeks with the deaths going on, man. It's
that's tough.
That's tough.
But also, certainly want to also say, so to answer your question about Frank Gore, Frank retired in 2020, so next year he should be up on the ballot for the Hall of Fame.
First, if he's not a first ballot, then I don't understand what these voters are looking at. It'd be a travesty if he doesn't get the first. And like I said, on the subject, we know I don't like Miami at all. I'm a Seminole. There's a few running backs that have came out of that university, and we know there's one that I will sit here and say to this day is the baddest motherfucking running back to ever come out to you, Adrian motherfucking James. Bad. I bought his Colts jersey in Florida. That's one of my favorite running backs to ever come out that university. And F that team. I don't care. But Edgerrin James was a bad. Hey, if I can quote Pat McAfee right now, I would. But Edgerrin James was that dude. He was him. That I mean, I can go down a list of Miami running backs that were dope. Clinton Portis, Frank Gore.
Yeah.
You know, we can sit here and go down the list of. I've seen them.
Willis McGahee.
When he was a Buffalo Bill, forget about it.
It is. Yeah. I mean, even though you didn't like them, but I mean, for a long time,
hey, bro, we were talking about running backs, but we do know that Sean Taylor is one of the baddest. Yo, I mean, you guys had Ed Reed, yes, indeed, but Sean Taylor, yo. The man damn near killed the punter in the Pro Bowl.
No, not damn near. He did.
Well, he got up and walked, but it
true.
wasn't.
But he layeth the smacketh down on Brian Moore of the Orchard Park Bills.
I think after that hit, that's the reason why that everybody had to explain that this is an exhibition game. We don't play like that. But you know what though? That's enough of talking about the Miami Hurricanes. Next subject. I'm done with that. that was enough. I got enough love out of it. Hope you guys appreciate
that shit. But nevertheless, yes, Frank Gore will be on the ballot next year.
Good.
In the
he should get in that first ballot. If he doesn't, like I said, if he doesn't get in as a first ballot, then whoever it must be every player that's being kind of nominated for that, they got to be gold.
Okay. Now we're about to give out some Jackass awards because Jordan Addison. What in the hell?
Explain to those that don't understand what went on with him. Explain.
Okay, so Jordan Addison was arrested near Los Angeles International Airport for suspicion of DUI. Now, keep in mind, folks, Jordan Addison was drafted out of another team that we don't like, the University of Southern California Trojans. However, man played a fantastic game, or man had a fantastic solid rookie season playing for the injured Justin Jefferson while Justin Jefferson was out.
Yes, he did.
Okay. So, obviously you go back to where you play ball at. Obviously, LA is, part of your home. But
it always sucks when they go home, right?
Yeah. So, on Sunday night, Mr. Addison was found in a white Rolls Royce blocking a lane of Interstate 105 westbound to Sepulveda Boulevard northbound. The driver I identified as him was asleep behind the wheel. A DUI investigation led to his arrest at 11:36 p.m. He was released Saturday at 1:36 a.m. Police have not made public, but his blood level was they didn't make his blood content level up, but of course the legal limit in California is 0.008. Okay, now this is not the first time he's had a driving incident. It's the second one, because back in July of 2023, he was cited for driving 140 miles per hour on a freeway in Minnesota. Paid $686 in fine and was charged with reckless driving. Okay, now, his arrest unfortunately comes 5 days after his teammate, Kyrie Jackson, who was drafted from Oregon, got killed in an accident in Maryland. And the Maryland State Police are saying that alcohol might have been involved, but there's been no charges as the investigation continues. Of course, training camp for the Vikings for veterans starts on July the 23rd. Now, there's this situation. Now, we have said this many times on this show. It is a privilege to play in the National Football League. It's a privilege to play any sport, be it NFL,
Yes,
NBA, MLB, NHL.
Mm-hmm.
You are getting paid very good amounts of money to play a kid's game.
Yep.
Okay. If you have the urge or wanting to drink alcohol, oh no. Oh no. Oh boy, it's Mr. Corey, folks. It's the accountant. Oh, good lord.
That's who it is.
But anyhow,
welcome, sir.
My point is, if you have the urge to drink or want to consume alcohol, you make enough money. Call yourself an Uber or a Lyft. There is no need for you to be
or let somebody in your entourage get somebody that does not drink liquor and let them be your designated driver if that's what you want to do that day.
That too, because this is
there's. Oh, hey, sir. Hey, sir.
But Mr. Corey, I hope you have enough horse sense to not try to.
I love that.
Yes, horse sense. No, sip and swerve. No, don't do that. Don't do that, Mr. Corey. That's we don't promote that on the show. But however,
you just say just kidding.
But however, you're putting your life on the line and somebody else's life on the line by trying to drink and drive. There is
Mr. Henry Ruggs.
Yes. And you hear about, and again, I hear that audio that Nick Saban said about he was a good kid, but why was nobody in his ear? Because again,
guess what? A drunk driver smashed into me and permanently separated my right shoulder. I'm on my way to work. The year the Giants were in the Super Bowl, in the World Series, not Super Bowl. So that would be what year? Was it 02? 2001?
Yeah, 2002.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't.
Well, in case you're just joining us, Mr. Carr, we're talking about Jordan Addison, second-year receiver for the Minnesota Vikings. Of course, went to college USC. He was arrested in LA while being asleep behind the wheel, and he was intoxicated. And the point I'm trying to make is you are privileged to play in the NFL. You're part of that 1% that actually makes it. And it doesn't matter what sport it is, NBA, NFL, NHL, Canadian Football League, United Football League. You are privileged to play a game and get paid a king's ransom to play a kid's game. They have Lyft and Ubers for a reason. They have taxis for a reason. If you want to...
That is 100%.
Hey, that's a great quote. That is a great quote.
That is 100%, bro.
But also, I'm going to quote something my pastor always said. Pride is one of the foolish things that we have. Because our pride sometimes gets in the way too much. Mm-hmm. And I get it. But I'm like this. I'd rather sleep in my car in the parking lot than try to even drive if I know I can't do it.
You know what? And since we're on the subject, when WrestleMania comes around, I'm out there. I will be catching Ubers because I know that I'm about to enjoy this experience. And I'm not trying to drive and all that crap, So I will be making sure, my brother here, he can drive me to my destination because he's probably not going to be the one doing all the drinking. It'll be me, But just be. But that's
because
responsible.
There have been many times. There have been many times me and Mizzle have gone to events to partake, and Mizzle's like, "I'll drive us there. You get us home. Say less." Say less. So,
because he
like,
knows
we're on
me,
the way.
I'm enjoy myself and have a good time wherever,
Yes.
especially when he's in town. And I know if we're going somewhere together and it's like somewhere where it's liquor served, or I'm gonna have a couple, and I don't want to. I mean, I can still drive, but I'd rather him drive because he ain't had a lick of it. So be responsible.
Yeah, you always gonna have that one.
Yes.
Always have one. Like
Yes.
when he'll drive there, sometimes I'll take a nap just so I can be well rested for the drive back home. Because I mean, we are some night owls, and we can stay till the sun comes out, which we have done many times before. Hey, that's okay. If you're the only one watching, we appreciate you watching. So that's just how it is sometimes.
What happens with us? A lot of people watch our shows after we're done.
Yes,
this is why we have a playlist.
Yes,
so,
and a lot of times, like I said, not a lot of people.
I don't need a viewer. I don't need a viewer.
Like I said, I mean, for us, like I said, for us to have 137 subscribers in this 4 years that we're doing it and putting out all this stuff, apparently there is something that we do that you guys like, and for that we say thank you. We appreciate it.
Well, since we're there, we do have a business meeting this Thursday coming up to probably put our show somewhere else, and that's where I'll leave it. So
yes,
understand that this show might be taken off when we have this Zoom meeting on Thursday.
and let's just say we're not coming alone. We plan on bringing some people. We plan on bringing some people with us. Good evening, SG. How are you? But yeah, if you're Jordan Addison, don't do that. But this is just a thing.
We're good, sir.
Don't risk your life. It's not not worthy of it. It really isn't. But let's see here. If I can find that list. Okay, here's the list. He's from the Bay Area, Jonathan. So yes, he is. All right. I know. Mizzle's like, dadgummit, you just can't go anywhere. Let's see here. Looking for some news.
Dub, I think it's time for him to make his occurrence back on the show, just for the segment, real quick.
Because he wants to see his shaven, clean face. As Orange Cassidy makes his first appearance.
Oh, you want to come in? Come on.
What you guys got going?
Come on, son.
I want to watch it.
Come on. Come on.
Hey guys,
it's his twin. One's wearing the t-shirt, one's wearing the hoodie. Whoa. Right. Mr. Corey, you actually was at Super Bowl 58. You were there at the stadium.
Oh wait, this did he go to the Super Bowl? Okay, we gotta let's see. I actually went to the game, fam, so I am a real fan. No bandwagon. Oh well, nobody calling nobody a bandwagon. Who was calling somebody a bandwagon?
Okay, first off, Mr. Corey, God bless you for spending that. I mean, I love my team, but I wouldn't spend that if I had it.
Oh no. Okay, we got a high twin for my son. You say, I respect Cowboys and Raiders though.
You're better than me because the star can suck it. I'm just saying.
10.5K. Yo, if you just want to throw money away, bro, I can send you my Zelle number. You can just throw me any money anytime you want to. But worth it, as long as it's worth it. That's all that matters.
Mr. Corey, don't get me started because I still want to give Kyle Shanahan the DDT. just for the simple fact of why you stopped running the ball with Christian McCaffrey, why you did not adjust. Okay, you can get banned for that comment right now. That's what you can do. You can take that comment and go shove it. That's what you can do. As Mizzle tries to not fall off the damn screen here, folks. We don't need to be doing that on this show. No. No. No, Mr. Corey, there's a reason why I cannot stand that name of one Sean Waltman. Because back in high school when I used to have my fro,
it's an inside joke within family.
These jackasses thought that I looked like one Sean Waltman, and I'm like, no, I am not the Lightning Kid. I am not the 1-2-3 kid. I am not 6. I am not X-Pac. Screw all that. I don't look like a crackhead like he was before he finally got sober, which good that he did get sober. Good for him. Because, drugs are bad.
He drove China to the grave. Let's just be real.
Yeah, he did. He certainly played a part.
Triple H had a hand in that too.
Yeah, so I mean, there's I don't know if they made peace now, but I mean, they gave her their due by putting her in the Hall of Fame. But I mean, still, it was just after he was screwing the boss's daughter and eventually marrying the boss's daughter and just basically told her to take a hike. That was not cool, but that's here nor there. But the story is, he likes to call me that, and I'm like, I resent him, just like I resent another name that I'm called that I'm not going to mention on this show. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Don't do it. It's a good.
Ooh. SG, save that for the Ring podcast show that we're going to be doing here pretty soon. I would love to dabble. I would love to.
Now you just want to see. Now you just want to get Ric Flair chopped. See. Now you just see. You. Oh boy.
Not Joe Buck.
I'm not trying to give passion right now. I don't want to do that.
Give the passion, bro.
I don't want to do that.
Because you
know damn well I cannot stand that man and his earplugs or his hair plugs to where he damn near lost his voice. No, don't go there with that name. Screw.
Come on, name. You already didn't open up the door for the passion. You just gave a slight glimpse of the passion. SG, do not shave your hair to do that. You do that because you want to.
No. Just do you.
Yeah.
You know what, asshole? Go light something up. You really working my nerves right now.
We want the passion.
Trying to talk about the MLB draft, and here you go calling me names that I don't like. No, Mr. Corey, we know you're answering. No, we know. No, not you're fine, Mr.
Not
Corey.
you.
We're talking about our little big brother that's being an a-hole right now. I love you too, but damn you for saying those names. Anyhow, there was an MLB draft, and haven't watched baseball since Frank Thomas retired.
Damn!
Wow. Well, I mean, the Big Hurt was pretty good.
What was that?
I want to say 2007 was the last time Frank Thomas played baseball.
Whoa.
Who rightfully so has a plaque in Cooperstown. But the Cleveland Guardians had the first pick, and they took a stud at shortstop second base as
they did.
as they drafted Travis Bazana from Oregon State. Reds drafted Chase Burst, pitcher from Wake Forest. Rockies took Charlie Condon from Georgia outfielder. The A's had a pretty good draft as they took Nick Kurtz, the first baseman from Wake Forest, and they also took Tommy Tanks in the second round, the slugger third baseman from LSU. Mr. Corey, don't encourage him. Don't encourage him. Do not encourage him. Don't encourage him. Don't do that. White Sox took Hagen Smith, left-handed pitcher from Arkansas.
Hold on, Doug. Before you continue, I want to just answer to SG. I'm sorry, SG. We already had talked about that. So maybe before we end the show, we'll probably recount about that. So we just don't want to not answer what you posted, but we already talked about Mr. Jones and his death. So we're just going to continue what Dub is going on, but we'll probably say another few words before we end the show. So.
No, I'm not giving you the crotch chop. No. You can get a Steve Austin one finger. You can get a Steve Austin one finger salute. You know what, Mr. Corey? You can go. You can go to timeout right. You can go to timeout right now. That's where you can go. You can go to timeout right now. You are not helping.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Anyhow, the Royals took Jack Caglione from Florida, two-way player, first baseman and pitcher, very good player. The Cardinals took J.J. Weatherholt from West Virginia, shortstop. Angels took second baseman Christian Moore just off of winning the national championship in Tennessee.
Good pick.
Pirates took Connor Griffin from Jackson Prep, Mississippi. Seaver King goes to the Nationals in Wake Forest. Tigers take Bryce Rayner from Westlake, California. Red Sox take Braden Montgomery from Texas A&M. Of course, we talked about the Giants taking James Tibbs from Florida State. Cubs took Cam Smith, third baseman from Florida State. Mariners took Gerangelo Chinte from Mississippi State. Marlins took P.J. Orlando from high school. Brewers been playing from high school. Theo Guillen from Westlake in Texas by the Rays. Mets take Carson Bench from Oklahoma State. And Mizzle's guy, Vance Honeycutt from North Carolina. Goes to the Baltimore Orioles as the Orioles get ace.
Oh, like they need extra batting in that lineup.
Right, Jesus. Right. But yeah. But like I said, also the A's took Tommy Tanks from LSU, fresh off of winning a national championship a season ago. That's a good player. So interested to see how these draft picks will go. And yes, definitely waiting for July 26th as the long-anticipated movie is finally coming into fruition. Of course, talking about Deadpool and Wolverine.
I already got my tickets. We're already in there like swimwear.
Unlike Michael Higginbottom, Mr. Corey, I'm going to fix my lazy eye if Kane knocks my eye out of place. I'm fixing my lazy eye. I'm just saying. That's just me. Because I mean, Shawn Michaels just looks totally different. Lazy eye and everything.
Oh, he went there.
Yeah, I went there. Well, he wants to call me the showstopper. I'm like, well, he's got that ridiculous lazy eye, if you will. But nonetheless, so Jalen Brunson decides to SG. It's all a joke, SG. It's all in good fun and good nature. It's nothing serious. I am not Doink the Clown, okay? All right? I am not wearing no wig. That's what I ain't gonna do. I ain't putting on no green wig. Ain't none of that going on right now.
Jeez.
SG, it's all good. It's all in good fun. It's nothing. It's nothing serious. Really, Mr. Corey? That's how you feel?
Go.
God. Mr. Corey, how many drinks are you in right now? Because you definitely have to be off your rocker.
Should be getting ready for New Jersey.
that he should be, but nonetheless,
he hasn't had a lick of liquor today, Dub, as he said 0.
I'm shocked. Now, as I was trying to say, Jalen Brunson of the Knicks decided to take a hometown discount to stay in New York and not get. Yeah, he did. He got a nice paycheck. If that means I can get a Puerto Rican wife, I'll take it. I'll take that. I will definitely take that.
Hacksaw Jim Dub. I am done. That is a winner.
Wow.
That right there, hacks. Somebody get my brother a 2x4.
Good Lord.
Oh, I love it.
Good grief.
Well, SG, what you have to understand, anybody that comments on this show, there is no hatred. It's all fun and games. We crack jokes on each other. Hell, you should see my house when I have everybody here. We don't hold no punches on each other. I would have sung the song that you guys would have understood that what we call dub, but he don't want me to do it, so I won't do it.
If Debo was here, it'd be a different story because he'd be all up in it just because he's an a-hole too. Okay, I think you're okay. Not now, Mr. Corey, you're just going off the Ricker.
Are we saying like Dude Love as in Mick Foley?
Yes,
Dub Love?
yes.
Oh,
that's where he's going.
Yes.
That's where he's going.
Yes. That's right.
No, really? We can't tell, Mr. Corey. We can't tell at all.
Oh, continue to have the fun. This is what this show is all about. We sit here and we love to interact with our guests and shoot the shit. Like I said, this episode is an open forum episode. So this ain't an episode that where we will not be like, yo, you can't say that because we're on a certain subject. No, this is just a episode to where we just wanted to reach out to our fan base right now. So this is all fun.
Yes, indeed. Oh God. Oh God. Dear Lord. Dear Lord.
Wait a minute. I love it. I love you. I love the fans. I love my fans, man.
As he says this, I go back to the segment on SmackDown when The Rock was in the ring, and he does the slow motion of the one thing that the Big Show does real well when he goes. Exactly. That's where we just went to right there, folks. Dear Lord. No, he was calling me the Big Show, little big brother. He was typing the theme. He was typing the theme song to the Big Show.
Well, it's the Dub Show. It's a Dub Show tonight.
or as I like to call him, the Big Slow. But that's just one's interpretation.
So SG, there is nobody comes on our show with disrespect, because if they were, they will either get banned or they won't be allowed. So everybody that comments on our show, well, you got to understand what Rail is saying is that's my brother and that's Dove's brother. So he is poking fun, and we know that's fun. So there's no hate on this show right now. Nobody is disrespecting Dove. Hell, I'm the one that turtle wax. Okay, I will. You know what I'm saying? No, not deep. Diamond Dove Page. That wins. That wins. We're done. We're done. We're done. We're done. We're done.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised he didn't go. I'm surprised he didn't go Hangman Dub Page with a little AEW reference.
Oh my God! Wait, we got Big Dub Man. We got Diamond Dub Page.
Oh, before we forget,
let's talk about it.
Shout out to our nephew, which is the youngest of Mr. Sullivan's sons. Happy birthday, young man! As you finally reach the age of 18. This is where. Oh God! Knuckle puck time!
That is a classic.
It's knuckle puck time, folks.
Oh, not the Bash Brothers. Oh, that's a classic right there. I do love that right there.
Yes. Because ducks fly together.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes. The man is giving a play-by-play of what scene they're at right now. This is insane.
Yes. Yes. It's going. Hey, bro. This is what happens when we have an open forum show. It always goes crazy. This is what happens.
I did not know it's about to be midnight. Good Lord.
Hey.
So there was you know what? I am holding it right. You be quiet, okay?
Ooh.
You be quiet. You of all people, you do not. No, we're not doing that.
Did he tell you to hold the mic right?
He better go.
Oh,
make sure
with fire.
He better make sure his son's in bed. My nephew's in bed and sleep. Shots our nephew Declan.
Oh yeah. Part of Lady Killers.
Okay, first off, Mr. Corey, I am not your teammate Scott the Viking McCorkle. You will stop that blasphemy right now. You will not compare me to the Viking. And speaking of the Viking, I am fully convinced that he and Daniel Packer need to make a show because what they were posting on his Instagram.
Oh my God. And I know where they're at. Hey, we might have to sign him to the production company.
I'm just like, where in the? I'm like, what in the hell?
Hey, Mr. Corey, I can't show that. I can't show that. I will refuse to post that on this show. That should have been in the private chat. You send that to him.
And I would look at him like, "What?" I'm like, "No, don't let your wife say that. No."
Well, SG, this is what the Mizzle and Dub show is about. Sometimes we do take a time out of our show to not talk sports, but just to interact with our fans. And this is that type of show tonight. So as you see that we just sit here and just shoot the shit, and this is what this show is about. It's not all about sports with us.
But I will say, Boots Ennis took care of business last night.
What did I say? What did I say?
Boots definitely went boots to asses as he defended and stopped him in round 5 to defend the IBF welterweight title. He definitely pleaded the fifth to put his record to 29-0 or 32-0 with 29 knockouts, as He had his homecoming back in Philadelphia and definitely took care of business. And now looking to have perhaps a big payday for him. We don't know who's going to be up next for
He
Boots
needs a
Ennis.
big time fight. He
He
has
does.
earned the right.
He
Yeah,
does.
he put
Absolutely.
in his dues to get a big time fight,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
and I'll be there for it.
And also, a tip of the cap as former middleweight champion Daniel Jacobs officially
Yes.
announces his retirement as his last fight took place against Shane Mosley Jr.
Mm,
Yes,
okay.
of course, born in Brooklyn, but of course, in his two high-profile fights, was very, very competitive against Canelo and Triple G. Finishes his record with a 37-5 record and 30 KOs. Definitely a very solid career, as he will hang up the trunks. So obviously his story is tremendous. For those that don't know, he was diagnosed with a rare form of bone cancer in May 2011. Was paralyzed, had surgery to remove a large tumor rupture on his spine to rebuild his spinal column, and then actually got back into the ring in October 2012, and then 2 years later actually won a title.
What a
and
story.
actually
What a story.
knocked out and actually knocked out Peter Quillen in that fight.
Oh, wow.
And then yeah, and Chocolate Peter Quillen was a good fighter. For those that don't remember, Kid Chocolate Peter Quillen. Then Jacobs won the IBF middle title, beating Sergey Derevyanchenko in October 2018. So just for him to come back after what he went through and to be a champion, certainly remarkable. Giving Mr. Jacobs his oh wow. So Mr. Corey just just text me in the chat and said that Google restricted me, can't talk in chat, knocked me off for community standards. Wow.
And for our group, because we didn't do nothing with that. We did not ban you at all.
No. I guess Facebook banned him. Well, Mr. Corey, I would just say
Go to our YouTube page.
I would just say, Mr. Corey, make yourself a YouTube profile and just subscribe with the YouTube channel, and then do it that way.
And we will love it.
Because obviously, as you can see, as I'm gonna post a comment
You're
real quick.
too much. You're
obviously,
too much.
obviously, the logo that you see right there, the play sign, that's the YouTube logo. So I would just say, make yourself a YouTube channel or a YouTube profile, and then subscribe to the Mizzle and Dub Show on the Mizzle and Dub Show.
Where you can speak how the hell you want to. We won't ban you.
Yes.
We love interacting with our fans, and especially on our open forum shows. We love that everybody can come in here and we can crack the jokes and stuff like that. And we're very entertaining to you guys. So, but when the football seasons come around, we will not be having pretty much open forum shows, because we'll be really focusing on football and anything else that happens. But right now, until all other sports kick up, you will get open forum shows from us right now. And so, yeah.
Well, we're glad you find us entertaining.
Oh, 100%.
On the
100%.
Yes, indeed.
I'm kind of shocked that he got banned. What was he saying on Facebook that wasn't appropriate? I don't think nothing was said that was.
I really
Facebook
don't.
is real sensitive. They're real sensitive.
Well, who's not on these social media platforms anyway? I mean, I'm just saying. But as we are
SG,
back to
we do appreciate that you find us entertaining. All we just want to do is just give you guys something to listen to us. even if we can get you guys to your job, if you can't sleep when we do our late night shows, we just like we said, I'm a darky, he's a light skin, and we just like to talk shit and sports.
And we're night owls. And we're night owls.
100% night owls. Till I gotta force
Which
myself
makes
to
no
go to sleep
sense.
half the time.
Yeah, he's not wrong. He is definitely not wrong. But there was some good games in the Canadian Football League this past weekend.
We
Back
had some
to
CFL.
yeah, so back on Thursday, Mizzle's beloved boatmen, the Toronto Argonauts, took care of business against the Montreal Alouettes as they won 37-18. And then some real good games this weekend on Friday. My beloved Stampeders took an L as the Blue Bombers get the win 41-37. Stampeders go to 2-3. Blue Bombers go to 2-4. The Argonauts go to 3-2. The Alouettes get their first loss of the season. So the Argonauts give the Alouettes their first loss of the year. Always a good thing. And then Saturday, very good game. Or Saturday, the BC Lions took care of the Saskatchewan Roughriders. They gave the Roughriders their first loss of the season as Vernon Adams threw the ball for 451 yards. There you go. Welcome back.
Subscribe? Did you just subscribe to the show?
No,
Now,
I did not.
YouTube?
No, I did not Google it. I sent you the link to our YouTube channel, Mr. Corey. But Vernon Adams threw for 451 yards as the BC Lions get the win over the Rough Riders 35-20. And today, a very good game between the Ottawa Red Blacks and the Eskimo Elks as the Red Blacks on a last-second field goal beat the Elks by a final score of 37-34. And that was week 6 of the Canadian Football League. Yes, we did go to box for a second. We were talking about Boots Ennis defending his championship. And then we was talking about Daniel Jacobs retiring. Well, I think as far as rookies go in the NFL, oh God, goodness gracious. Who do I think comes to mind when it comes to that?
Yeah, that's a damn good question.
Well, I do think my guy Ricky Pearsall from the Niners. I think he's going to shine big. He's going to shine big. But before we get into that, certainly want to send our condolences to the Kiffin family as the legendary the legendary Monty Kiffin, of course, the architect of the Tampa 2 defense, who lived a great football life.
Yes.
Passed away at the age of 84. Of course, Monty Kiffin was the man behind the Buccaneers defenses, of course, that helped win the Super Bowl. Obviously, he coached on his son. He was part of his son's staff under Lane. So, obviously, he did a lot of great things for the NFL and football. So, Kiffin was at Arkansas, was an NFL assistant for the Packers, Bills, Vikings, Jets, Saints, and Cowboys. Of course, he played tackle, was a Nebraska Cornhusker, and was a defensive assistant under Bob Devaney. Of course, that coaching staff was coached by the legendary Tom Osborne as Nebraska went back-to-back winning the national titles in the early 70s. So he has done a lot of things in the NFL, but the great Monty Kiffin passed away at the age of 84. Certainly our condolences to the family of Monty Kiffin. And Jamal Adams finally has a home as he is now a Tennessee Titan. So Jamal Adams heading to Tennessee on a 1-year deal. Hard to believe the man is only 28 years old. Yeah. Your look tells the story. He is only 28 years old. Of course, originally drafted by the Jets, spent the last few seasons as a Seattle Seahawk. Unfortunately for him, mainly injury prone, but we know when he's healthy, he can be dynamic in the backfield.
He is a dynamic player.
Obviously, we got Hard Knocks starting with the Giants, and also it's going to be the AFC North as the in-season edition of Hard Knocks. The whole entire division. Of course, the NFC North was one of the best divisions in football. And SG giving us some knowledge about Chris Kiffin, Lane's brother, and his other son. So thank you for that information, which we knew he was already
Okay, hold on. Let's read it, brother. Chris Kiffin is the son of longtime National Football League defensive coordinator Monty Kiffin, and his older brother is the University of Mississippi Ole Miss head coach Lane. Yes, indeed. Thank you for that. And also, Chris and his wife Angela have 4 children: daughters Bella, Grace, and Taylor, and son Christian. Thank you for all that information, SG. We appreciate that, and that's awesome.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But nevertheless, glad you are with us here on the Mizzle and Dub Show as we're doing this open forum 2024 or 224th episode of the Mizzle and Dub Show. So some interesting news in college football. So as we know, the Pac-12 has officially become the Pac-2 with
two.
I thought it was the Oregon State Beavers and the Washington State Cougars are still in there. Now, Mr. Corey, bless your heart, but the Lord Jesus Christ should be your hero, not me. I'm just saying, but bless your heart. So the Pac-12's existing bowl game agreements will continue
Am I
through
just
the
chopped
2020.
liver?
No, you're not chopped. Oh, that's for you, Jonathan, not for me. The existing bowl agreements that the Pac-12 had will continue through the 2025 season despite the league's breakup, the conference announced on Friday.
Oh.
So, among other things, it means that means Washington State and Oregon State, the two remaining Pac-12 schools after the conference collapsed in realignment last summer, they will retain their postseason opportunities.
Okay.
The Pac-12 said each of the league's bowl partners will continue its agreed-upon selection process among current and former teams. The conference previously signed a 6-year bowl agreement that runs through 2025. The league has worked with the ACC, the Big 12, and the Big 10 Conference on the agreements for the Holiday Bowl, Independence Bowl, Las Vegas Bowl, LA Bowl, Sun Bowl, Alamo Bowl, and the ESPN Bowl pool, whatever that means.
Yeah, no clue.
The Rose Bowl is now a part of the college football playoff. It will host a quarterfinal and semifinal game in the new 12-team format. Now, before I continue this article, there is a part of me that is heartbroken because the Rose Bowl, as you know, is one of my favorite all-time college bowl games. Yes. And I've always loved the traditional Pac-10 / Pac-12 versus Big Ten matchup, but now we know that's not going to happen because it's going to be now a playoff setting, which again, you're talking about playoff settings. There is no better setting than looking over the San Gabriel Mountains in Pasadena, California, in the Rose Bowl stadium, to which I really want to go. To which I really want to go watch a game in that stadium, just to say I set my cheeks on those bleachers in that stadium. That's certainly something I want to do. So we are thrilled to ensure Oregon State and Washington State student athletes will continue to have an opportunity to participate in the same level of premier postseason events as in years past, says Merton Hanks, the Pac-12 Executive Associate Commissioner of Football Operations. Yes, we're talking about the chicken dance, number 36, Merton Hanks.
Yeah, buddy.
All right. From the college football playoff to our esteemed bowl partners, we are thankful for cooperation among multiple parties, including our colleagues across each participating conference, to secure these events. The reason why, Mr. Corey, because I was talking about how I wanted to go sit in the Rose Bowl and watch a game so my cheeks can touch the bleacher seats inside the stadium. That is why. Anyhow, still, nothing says Pacific like being in the Atlantic Coast Conference. I'm just saying. Like, I watched Memorial Stadium in Berkeley put the ACC logo on that field, and I'm just like, oh, yeah. Nothing says Atlantic Coast Conference like being in the Pacific. Yeah. Makes all
Doesn't add up.
Makes all this. I'm subbing in for the Viking well. I don't know if anybody can sub in for the Viking. I'm just saying. That's
There's only one.
That's a whole different story. But nevertheless, we want to thank everybody for participating here on this open forum 224th edition of the Mizzle and Dub Show. But it is time for us to take naps, or in my case, finish laundry. But in Deadpool's case, take a nap.
It's nap time.
That's a good question, cuz. In which, by the way, if you need videography, editing, photos, video opportunities, please get in touch with Creative Brothers Productions. As you see the logo and the name on the comment right there, folks. Okay, Mr. Corey, we've been humoring you all night long, but we are human beings. We're not AI. It is time for us to take naps. Anyhow, Jerry Quarry was a very good fighter. Definitely fought in the heyday of Frazier, Ali, Foreman. Definitely had some memorable fights. Was a very tough fighter. Could take a punch. Had a very tough chin, which obviously led to him getting Parkinson's. Same with Muhammad Ali. So, really? That's your father? Really? The legendary Jerry Quarry. Wow. Small world. Wow.
No shit. Wow. And he said no joke, so that's 110%.
Wow. Wow.
And we don't need you to do that, but we took your word on what you just said.
Of
He's
course,
the youngest. Wow.
Of course, nicknamed the Irish or the Bellflower Bomber. Of course, he was born in Bakersfield, California. Passed away in Templeton, California. Only at the age of 53. Wow.
Yeah.
But real quickly, his record was a very impressive 53 wins, 9 losses, and 4 draws.
Doug. Listen, read that.
I just wow. Okay. All right.
Wow. Can't wait.
Wow. Yeah. That is
can't wait.
That's
some breaking news on the Mizzle and Dub Show.
Actually, you know what? I'm on boxingrec.com and I'm looking at a younger picture of Mr. Quarry, and I really now can see the resemblance. I can see it. I really can. I really can. But anyhow, like I said, 66 bouts. Like I said, fought a lot of great fighters in his heyday. Fought Ken Norton, fought Floyd Patterson. Actually fought Floyd Patterson twice.
Oh wow!
And actually beat Floyd Patterson, which is
wow. I have to look that up.
Yeah, lost to George Frazier. He defeated Buster Mathis Sr. Lost to George Chuvalo. Of course, lost to Muhammad Ali. Fought Ali twice. Actually beat Ernie Shavers, to which, if you never heard of Ernie Shavers, was one of the hardest hitting heavyweights of all time, folks. And I don't know how Larry Holmes got up when Ernie Shavers connected with that right hand.
Right.
Because Ernie Shavers had power and lots of it. He beat Ron Lyle. Yeah, a lot of great names for Jerry Quarry. Legendary fighter. That's wow. Wow. Like I said, 53 wins, 9 losses, 4 draws. 32 of his wins came by way of knockout. So, yeah, that's a interesting fact. Wow.
Yeah,
Well,
we love to hear something new every time we do a show. So that was
we just learned something new, folks. But nonetheless,
100%.
Snap time for Mizzle, for me finishing my laundry. But nonetheless, we thank everybody for chiming in here on the Mizzle and Dub Show as the super dope beatmaker will take us out. As yes, football is coming, and also we will have a show dedicated. Well, heck, we can do a whole show talking about the sweet science.
Oh, brother, you ain't saying nothing but a word.
You can actually come on the show and talk about that. Anyhow,
100%.
Well now. Okay. That would be a great display of the show.
Indeed.
Which, by the way, shout out to Mel Carey and Flash Media Sports. And don't forget, it is championship week in the A7FL. The Insomniacs BIC coming up this next Sunday, a week from today.
Can't wait.
Indeed, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 Pacific on A7FL.tv. For Mizzle, Wade Wilson, I'm Double A. Enjoy the home run derby tomorrow. And we will talk to you again soon. Hopefully, to get some players from the BIC and the Insomniacs to talk about this title game and go from there. But nonetheless, good night from the Mizzle and Dub Show, or good morning. But nonetheless, it's 5 o'clock, some damn where, and you have been watching the Mizzle and Dub Show. And with that, yeet.
It's a beautiful thing, man, what we do around here. Stay tuned. Enjoy.
Super dope beatmaker.